Day 6, good morning. We are officially back in Dutton. We are going back into an area that we've hunted before, but a different section of it, because we are going to try out something new. Try and find some elk in a different area of the same mountain. So hopefully it goes well. We're going to hike in all morning and sit there in glass. We're running a little late this morning. It was a rough morning trying to get up. So anyways, I don't know what Rita's doing, but Rita's being needy this morning. Grabbing random things, going back in and out of the motel room. Not sure what he's doing. Man! You! Wait, where's my phone? It's in the room! My phone? Yes! Why the is it there? I don't know, why'd you leave it there? Go get it! Why? Why don't you go get it? Thank you, sir. Get the table out. Alright, now that we're all in the truck, we're going to go out to the side of the mountain. Where is your orange hat?
It's back there somewhere.
There's a orange hat there.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, there's another one right.
That's mine.
Anyhow.
Corey, stop interrupting me.
You stop interrupting me.
I wasn't interrupting anybody.
This is the problem we have right here. We're interrupting each other. But I'm filming.
Is that the problem we have?
I think it is. Anyhow, we're much better today than we were yesterday. High-low for me for yesterday was it was low. Everything was just kind of low. So
High-low? What's a high?
we saw. I will say we saw cow elk.
For like 30 seconds.
Yep. Until those other hunters just trudged through. Anyways, they had more than a good reason to be there. Anyways.
This is like a coping mechanism for Corey. He just has to keep saying that it was totally their right to be there. I'm totally fine. I'm not fine.
Read a high-low for yesterday.
There was a high?
There was a high?
Where was
We
it?
were high on a mountain.
Something.
Alex, high-low for yesterday. This is why I do what I do. We sat down, we said we were going to have good moods today. So we're going to do that. We're going to be happy, we're going to go get elk. And if not, that's fine. We'll go get elk tomorrow. Alright, off to the mountain.
Here we are now, driving up the trail, as you can see, or not see, because Corey has a bad windshield wiper and hasn't gotten it fixed yet. We are driving up a dirt path. That doesn't help. That did nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I can see.
Really?
Yes.
I think he knows.
That's kind of weird. Alright, let's go. Lawrence, you're a muddy girl. Rich, this is for you. On the mountain. Bye-bye, truck. Hello, energy. So, over here, where you can't really see, but that's a mule deer. That's a mule deer. Lots of mule deer. There's like 7 or 8 of them over there, walking on the hillside. Rita, Hawkeye, and he identified them with his eyeballs. So sign if we got mule deer over there that we're not busting anything out of here right now. Rita, how'd you feel about that hike in?
Kinda sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It was better than I thought it was going to be after like the first 2 minutes. So. Beautiful country, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to go set up. Looking either behind us, over that way, or up into there. So, I kind of got to take a dump all of a sudden. I don't want to take a dump all of a sudden. It's not like out east where you can take a dump and have some leaves. You want a cactus. That ought to be fun.
Pine needles.
Pine needles. Oh. You'll find a pine needle come out 6 months later. So, if you ever are in a situation where you need to poop in the woods, I encourage you not to do it in the mountains where there's no leaves. Only pine. You might smell good from the pine trees, but it's not a comfortable experience. Just bring toilet paper. Don't leave it in the truck.
I'm gonna go back to Alex, make sure he doesn't shoot anything he's not supposed to.
That's a good idea. I think he needs a babysitter.
He does.
So we just sat here on this mountainside for 3 hours, 4 almost, and it's pretty empty. So we're gonna go up and go to the top of that and see what lies beyond it. Well, we got up here. We glassed for about, I don't know, an hour and a half. Nothing. It's about 2:20, 2:30. So we're gonna head down. Gonna head out of the mountain and back to the truck. Maybe get some food in us. Make a game plan for the rest of the night. So, all right. Time to take that awful hike up and hope it's easier down. All right, time to take a nap in the comfy chair. We call this rock chair.
Rock recliner.
Rock recliner. That's what it is. First time sitting in rock recliner. Oh.
Okay, go ahead, lean back.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, and a headrest?
Yeah. I don't mess around.
Oh, man.
Only the best.
You should get into furniture instead of just mattresses.
Yeah.
This is legit. What you guys don't even see is the best part yet. Wait for this. This is unspeakable beauty, and this camera does not even give it close to enough justice. Man.
How long were you up there?
An hour? I don't think it gets better than this.
No.
I am legitimately comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
If an elk was right where we were this morning, this would be the perfect spot. Just right down there, just kill an elk, walk down to it, not up to it.
Yeah.
Seems like that's probably half the problem we have lately is we have to walk up to elk.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to walk down to them for a change. I don't know why these elk live in the mountains. Go to the cornfields like the white-tailed deer.
Yeah.
Down there in the fields. Not up in this spot where it didn't look like anything could live and there's elk poop on the ground.
I think I saw more moo cow poop though.
Yeah, we were up there in some like, whoa type country, and there's also a pile of elk poop on the ground. I'm like, how'd you get here, dude? You're a big animal. How'd you fit in there? What a view.
Yeah.
You could look right down on some elk if they were up on that table.
I know, but they're not. They, I think they're extinct.
Yeah. I agree. The elk have all died.
I think all of the mule deer killed them.
Yeah. the mule deer elk wars of 2021. The mule deer seem to have survived because, well, that's all we can freaking see around here. Now, if you wanted to kill a deer, I could find you one in 30 seconds here in Utah.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
We haven't gone one day without seeing a mule deer.
No.
And it's not just one. It's like 10,
At least
20.
3. We see at least 3 to 4 a day.
Yeah.
And sometimes like 25 yards away.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. That buck yesterday. It's like
The
freaking...
doe next to the guardrail, literally 5 feet away.
Yeah.
Ears up, satellites out.
Deer. She was literally like... "Dee."
You walk up and pet the
You
thing.
can get direct TV with it.
Yeah. She's like... Her face literally looked like she had buck teeth and everything, half open mouth, half freaking ears out, and she's just staring at the truck, just driving straight at her from the other side of the guardrail, though.
Yeah.
Luckily for her. Freaking. Yeah, we're up there, and I'm like looking through. I'm like, gotcha. And Rita's like, what? I'm like, deer. and he's like, walk me onto him, and I'm like, in a huge cloud of just pine trees. I go, you see the pine trees?
Right there.
There. I'm like, I don't know if I could walk you onto it. It took me a minute, but I did. He couldn't see it through the binos, though.
This is Steve's brother.
Steve?
It's his brother.
Okay. Steve, The
Richard.
Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard?
He's my pet.
I
He's-
prefer Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. These rocks can be dicks.
I feel like a dick.
I saw him from all the way down there.
Oh. So you went and got him.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting choice and
And then I brought him here
Yeah.
to my home.
interesting choice of companion.
Well, you know, it's all you kind of got around here. I was this close to naming him Wilson, but decided against it just because that would be a little too cliche.
Yeah.
You know,
Rita's in pain. He hurts right now.
let's get off this rock.
Rita, you have so much to live for. Don't start the shotguns.
Well, we don't have shotguns, so it'd be a little hard to do that.
Well, he's gonna start the 6.5.
Bolt and stick it in my mouth.
Alright. Time to get down this mountain.
Just makes me wish we stayed in Dutton the whole time.
Yeah. We are looking at a massive 5x5 bull right now. Of which we don't have a tag for, of course. Could put him down right here. He's probably about 400 yards away. And Alex stayed back at the hotel and didn't see the biggest bull we've seen all day. The whole trip.
Whole trip. He's bigger than the...
He's bigger than the first one, when the first one was a massive one. I forgot my phone scope. Actually, no, I forgot my phone.
Yeah, I have the scope thing.
Yeah, but we don't have the phone. So,
Nice.
Carson's coming back. What a massive, massive bull.
Seen any other sign of life? Tim?
I think we've been just staring at him for about 3 or 4 minutes.
See any beef cows? Tell me too.
Okay. Every day we've been at this unit, we've seen something.
Yeah.
I'd say 90% of that's you bringing us to places where we will see things, but...
Gonna get you some big bulls to look at. I don't know where the others are though.
Yep. They're pretty to look at. Where? To his right?
No, it's not even close. You're like directly. To your right. Directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
There's some dead, big old tall pine trees.
I think I might be blocked out. I don't know.
Yeah, you might be. You can see
Yeah,
three
I
dead
see him.
tall. He's right above that middle one. He's right above the right.
Cross in front of you. Doesn't seem to have many antlers. I can't quite tell from here. Okay, at least one side's branched above the ears.
right behind. Can you see him?
Yeah, he's a small bull, but he's branched on either side. Yeah, he's a 1, 2. So on elk, you know how they go 4x4, 5x5? You don't count the two or three eye guards, right? Or do you count
Yeah,
the?
we do.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. So 4x4. Oh, I got a decent amount. Holy crap. Look at campsite. Well, at this time of year. Oh,
Take that. I'm just gonna sit here for a second.
those muleys were cool.
Yeah. But I'm gonna pee and I'm gonna run. Watch your phone.
I don't have my phone on me.
You have your phone? No. Sorry.
Where you want to run to?
Well, I'm gonna run over and look off that side. That way, we can go along the tree line. I don't know that.
786. He's looking that way. We should go.
That way?
I think if we go that way, the wind's still blowing in our face. Rita, what's going on? Still in our face. Yes, there is a ton of elk. Oh, I see him. I see him. Okay, I was looking at the other hill. Okay. $635.
635.
Yeah. Alrighty guys, excuse the shirtlessness, just showered, don't want to change into any other clothes. So we ended up getting out of the mountains today. We went back to the hotel room, we got all of our gear situated. Alex stayed back, he wasn't feeling very well. And so Rita and I got in the truck and we went over to our buddy Carson's house, hopped on some four-wheelers and we went up into the mountains again to spot for some spikes. And first thing we see is a huge 5x5 or 6x6 huge bull elk just standing broadside in the timber at 700 yards, and you could see him with the naked eye. He was huge. Rita spotted him, just it was like, Corey, you might want to come check this out. So anyways, Carson comes over, checks it out, finds another bull. He's like a 3x4 or 4x4, something like that, something small. And so we end up picking up our stuff, driving down a little bit further to another overhang and looking down into a different area of this mountain range, and we find, within the first 5 seconds of me sitting there and setting up my spotting scope, I find what looked to be like a spike elk, but it ended up being like a 3x2 or something like that, tiny little branch right above the ears, so couldn't shoot it. Anyways, we lost him in the tree lines, and we ended up going off to another spot where Carson set us up looking over one side of the mountain. He drove his four-wheeler 4 or 5 minutes away to another spot in the mountain, and he said he would be back if he found anything. And within 3 minutes of us actually sitting there and spotting, we hear the four-wheelers rolling again. So Rita and I just look at each other, and we pack up all of our gear. We jump on the four-wheeler. Carson gets 100 yards away, and he sees us sitting on the four-wheeler already and just whips it around and starts heading back to the direction he came from. And we just followed him hauling butt through the trails. And 2 spike elk were just chilling out in the middle of an open at 620 yards, just outside of gun range for me. I can shoot that far. I can shoot that far accurately. I'm just not going to shoot that far at an elk. If I don't know exactly where that round's going to hit, I'm not taking that shot. So we had a choice to make. It was getting dark. Probably had about 30, 40 minutes before it got dark. Do we go straight in on them where they're kind of looking at us? Do we go off to the right and just try to cut in on them with the wind in our favor? Or do we get on the four-wheeler and drive around the mountainside, come back on top of them where we would be put up 250 yards from them, perfectly on top of them with a great shot? And we just figured we didn't have enough time to do much other than go in from the right and cut in on them. Wind's in our favor either way, if we go in straight or if we go in the other way. They bumped up a little bit, so we were at 600 yards, went in 300 yards, they were out 600 yards again. So we hauled butt after they peeked over this ridge line, and we got up to the ridge line. It was just too dark. We couldn't really see them. They were out at 250 yards, and then there was another group of them, mostly cows from what we could see, and they were at like 731 yards, and we just couldn't get on them. But what an awesome night. What an experience. We've had such a rough week. Now we get in on them, and we're just crushing it. So 3 more days. I think we can do it. Anyways, that's my high and low. My high is we got in on them today. My low is I don't think I have one. Maybe we didn't shoot one, but I don't count that as a low, as an experience. Rita, do you have a high-low for the evening?
The elk, what do you mean?
High. Definite high.
That was a high.
I think the four-wheeling part was epic, too.
That was nice.
Yeah. I guess low was not having Alex there, too.
Is that really, can we really chalk that one up as a low, though?
I don't know if it's a low as much as an inconvenience. Anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure. Day 6 has been a wrap. Have a good night. If you like what you've seen here, like, comment, and subscribe. Help out the channel. Help me out. I'll put more content out for you. I appreciate it. Stay tuned.